Weekend is about bringing families back to the school. So we hope that you're enjoying your visit. A couple of purposes of Family Weekend. One, really importantly, and you're doing this today, is following your child's schedule. I hope you are not only getting your steps in, you're learning physics and math and English and all kinds of history and wonderful subjects. So yes, a day in the life of your child, so hope you're enjoying following the schedule. Meeting the teachers, of course, with parent-teacher conferences, but of course seeing our wonderful teachers in action. We have the best faculty in the world. Also to have a small break. This weekend is an opportunity to catch our breath in the middle of a very, very busy semester. We at TASIS keep busy, as you will see, and so it's a great opportunity for families to get together and get a little break for the weekend. Also, though, we know that not all families can make it to TASIS at this time of year, so we also have great activities happening on campus all weekend for our students here. And this weekend alone, in keeping with Mrs. Fleming's spirit, we have over 70 students traveling all over Europe for green trips in the academic travel, greener outdoor trips. Students need to get outdoors to so much more nowadays, and so for kiteboarding, surfing, sailing, they're all happening this weekend. We saw some of the students leaving this morning, and I said the only rule is you have to come back on Monday. So a very active weekend here. Founders Day, we also celebrate Founders Day over Family Weekend. We have a wonderful Founders Day assembly here to celebrate our founder, Mary Crist Fleming. The theme this year is core values, or timeless values, and we believe that Mrs. Fleming founded TASIS on a handful of timeless values that you'll hear about today. She used to say, times change, but values don't. You'll probably hear that today. Times change, but values don't. And I asked myself, what does that mean? How can times change, but values don't? Why don't values change? And I would propose perhaps one answer, and if for those of you who will be in our philosophy classes, we can talk about this more. But I believe that values don't change because fundamentally humans don't change. There's a fundamental human nature there, and the conditions of human flourishing, human thriving that we want to happen here at TASIS remain constant over time. Things like knowledge, wisdom, kindness, courtesy, curiosity, unity and diversity, challenge, stretch. If you're not stretching, you're not growing, another favorite word of Mrs. Fleming, and beauty are all the conditions of human flourishing, and they have been for thousands of years. And they're still alive here at TASIS. So that's what I think she meant when she said times change but values don't. That humans, the needs that humans have to truly flourish have remained constant over the millennia, and that's what we try to keep alive here at TASIS. So, and all of these key values are encapsulated in the school's motto, truth, goodness, and beauty, which were associated with the three parts of the soul that Plato derived over 2,500 years ago. Or outlined over 2,500 years ago. We suspect you'll hear a little bit about our school's motto during the assembly. So without further ado, I invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the 2025 Founders Day Assembly. Thank you so much.
We humbly give thee thanks for the days of our gathering. We thank thee for the real work accomplished, for the friendships made, for inspiration for future work, and we beseech thee to set thy seal upon what we have done and make it strong and beautiful.
Mrs. Fleming, who I'd only seen in pictures, came to our table. She went to all the parents. I mean, that was so Mrs. Fleming. And she loomed larger than life. And her signature triad of charisma, the movie star, the mother, and the passionate educator were right there, and that's how I felt about her.
was very welcoming, and I was nervous at the beginning, but then she was so warm and kind that she made me feel home.
One of the most distinct memories is just seeing her up in Aurora whenever we did a theater performance, and I just remember, every time she was in the audience, you'd just give it everything just for Mrs. Fleming, because it was an honor to perform for her, and you could just tell how much she loved seeing us on stage.
Her lipstick, her remembering everybody's faces.
That triple kiss and the smell of her perfume and the lipstick on my cheek and that awesome silver hairdo.
And now we have to start all over again.
Thank you.
Mrs. Fleming was the most amazing woman. She had an incredible memory. She could remember students. She remembered their names. She knew where they were going to go to school the next time. She knew exactly what they wanted to do with their lives. She had such a rapport with all the kids and all the students. I mean, she made everybody feel welcome. It was just magnificent to see her.
She still provides inspiration, culture, wisdom, and beauty. These buildings became schools, once filled with professional faculty and staff, but most importantly, one filled with students who were talented, intelligent, and visionary. Thank you, Mrs. Fleming, for creating this Founders Day.
Those of us who love TASIS like to think of it as a caring community with constant regard for others' well-being, a cheery good morning to those we pass as we start the day, a stretched out hand or arm to those who seem sad, depressed, or worried. It is so easy to show a sign of caring.
Mrs. Fleming's legacy lives on in our memories, in the traditions we uphold, the lessons we've learned, the friendships we cherish, and the joys we share. Her vision continues to inspire our community after nearly 70 years.
Today, as we celebrate Founders Day and honor Mrs. Fleming's vision of a school grounded in truth, beauty, and goodness, we share the traditional Scottish and Irish folk song, Wild Mountain Thyme. In this song, the wild thyme and blooming heather represent enduring love, courage, and the harmony between people and the natural world. Just as Mrs. Fleming built this school upon values that nurture the mind, heart, and spirit, the song reminds us of the beauty that grows when we walk together, care for one another, and find goodness in the world around us.
morning. It has been more than 30 years since I was a student here. The world has changed in countless ways, but the essence of TASIS remains timeless. Mrs. Fleming was larger than life. Her grand gestures, her theatrical voice, the powerful presence, all very unforgettable. But what made her truly extraordinary was her vision. She dreamed of a school that was more than a place to study. She dreamed of a community where young men and women from around the world would discover not only knowledge, but the deeper values of life. And this is the power of TASIS, to form character, to cultivate excellence, and to create a community that passes values through generations. Mrs. Fleming believed education must shape not only the mind, but also the heart and character. 30 years later, I can say with conviction that Mrs. Fleming's dream has not faded. Her philosophy of courage, trust, and community remains alive. TASIS is a place where big dreams take flight, anchored in values and strengthened by a true sense of belonging. She believed in truth, goodness, and beauty, timeless ideals. These values shape not only me, but also my family. They shape my siblings, Barbara and Mickey, my nieces, Pia and Valentina, and my older children, Olivia and Sol. Same values that are shaping Allegra today and will shape my son Luca in the future. I know my story is not unique. Many of you have children, nieces, nephews, or even grandchildren at TASIS today. You know what it means to see the same values passed from one generation to the next, and to watch how this school becomes part of your family's story and your family's legacy. Why do these values endure? Because they're timeless. Truth is the foundation of trust. Without honesty and integrity, knowledge has no direction and communities have no anchor. It's the glue that holds relationships together. Goodness gives purpose to our talents. Compassion, justice, kindness are never optional. They're what turn knowledge into wisdom and strangers into friends. Beauty nourishes the spirit and inspires us to dream. It elevates the soul, and it reminds us that life is not only about achievement, but also about wonder and joy. Together, truth, goodness, and beauty are what distinguishes us as humans. They transcend culture, politics, and time. And that is why Mrs. Fleming's vision still inspires us today, and why it will continue to guide TASIS through generations to come. 30 years ago, I stood here and gave a very similar speech at an assembly. 5 years ago, my daughter Olivia did the same. And today, it is Allegra's turn to carry forward that same voice for her generation, for all of you there, and the ones to come. For my family and for so many families gathered here, TASIS is not just a school. It is a home. It is a compass, a legacy. And that is the essence of TASIS, in my opinion. Values lived, taught, and passed from one generation to the next. Allegra, adelante. Thank you.
Thank you, Mother. Known to many as Carla Arimont Lincoln, who graduated from TASIS in 1994. I am honored to stand here today as part of that same story, one that started with Mrs. Fleming's dream and continues with all of us. Every day, as I walk through campus, I see how Mrs. Fleming's dream is still alive. From the carefully thought of location to the vivid hues of pinks, oranges, and greens that charm our campus, Mrs. Fleming is present. We are welcomed from every nationality into a community that values respect and understanding. We seek excellence. We are challenged not only to pursue knowledge, but to love wisdom. We are encouraged to learn through books, yes, but also through service, athletics, art, and through friendships that reach across cultures and languages. TASIS reminds us that education is not only about preparing for college, but about preparing for life. It is about becoming responsible, compassionate, and courageous. It is about building relationships and creating a sense of belonging. My mother always says that she found her voice here at TASIS. She also tells my siblings and I that we must find our own place under the sun. I believe this place is the perfect place for both. To discover our voice and to find where we belong. The world around us changes quickly, but here the values remain constant. They are timeless. Education is not the filling of a pail, but the lighting of a fire, said William Butler Yeats. That fire still burns here at TASIS, the same one Mrs. Fleming lit years ago. As she believed, true education awakens in us the spirit of truth, goodness, and beauty. That is a light she passed on to us, and the one we carried forward. On behalf of every generation, past, present, and future, thank you, Mrs. Fleming.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Founders Day. My name is Stella Perfetti, and I am in the 6th grade. I come from a multicultural background. I was born in Lugano. I lived in London for 10 years, and I'm from Italy, Norway, and Sweden. I started my journey here at TASIS in the 5th grade, and this is now my 2nd year. Today, me and my peers shall be speaking about the 3 virtues of TASIS: truth, goodness, and beauty, known in Latin as verum, bonum, and pulchrum. Miss Fleming once spoke of values as being a survival kit, the desire to pursue the true, the good, and the beautiful in all things, and spread it to other humans so much less fortunate than we are. Miss Fleming saw this survival kit as education for true leadership, that values can save the spirit in all weathers, under all conditions. I would like to expand on truth, or verum. Well, how can we define the truth? Truth is a wide concept that is far more than just honesty. Truth is doing the right thing. From my perspective, it's a complex mix of integrity, trust, and respect. Miss Fleming often said, "Times may change, but values don't." Though living truthfully might sometimes feel uncomfortable in the moment, it allows one to feel they've made the right choice. I believe that being truthful will always end up impacting my future in a positive way, no matter the situation. Being truthful also allows me to have an open mindset, which is crucial for me as a student and a learner. Being truthful has always helped me learn new concepts, come up with creative ideas, and engage in our community with different perspectives. Truth is uncomfortable, and it will challenge us, but it is also crucial. With truth, we can become fair, more respectful, yet most importantly, we can get a better understanding of who we are and who we are as learners. In the upcoming years, I know that I will be facing each and every one of my subjects with the truth and embracing challenges and opportunities that come my way. I believe that with truth, I can become a better human being and have a greater future. Thank you.
My name is Alexander Saleh. I'm from the United Kingdom. I started at TASIS last year and I am now a 7th grader. I would like to talk about goodness. What does goodness actually mean for me? It teaches me to be thoughtful and understanding. It helps me make better choices in school and in relationships. It helps me learn and enjoy school as me and my peers encourage one another and grow together. When I'm guided by goodness, I choose to lend a hand to new students or study with a friend who is having difficulty in English. Goodness helps me develop qualities such as integrity and making honest decisions regarding schoolwork. It is important to spread goodness and to share it with others. It is important to help fellow classmates improve and discover new things. By making the right decisions and helping others, it makes our community kinder and more empathetic. My experience with goodness has developed throughout middle school, and I have come to understand how much of a wellspring TASIS is for goodness. When I first joined TASIS, I was greeted with warmth and kindness, and it quickly felt like a home. My teachers have high expectations, but they are always happy to help me. That makes me feel comfortable, and I am able to progress. In this school, we are many, but we are one. If we live our lives with our core values, like goodness, in our minds, we will hold our TASIS community together.
Hello everyone, my name is Iona, and I am a tricultural student. My mother is British, my dad is American. I was born in Turkey, and I've lived here in Lugano for 13 years, and I am in grade 8. I call architecture frozen music. That is what Goethe once said. So do I, as a person who has spent most of her life at TASIS, and who finds the architecture exactly that. A beautiful musical piece, frozen in time, surrounded by the changing of the seasons. I and the renowned newspaper Architectural Digest share very little in common, but we do agree on one thing. TASIS was proclaimed the most beautiful school in the world. And who would argue with that? The lights that turn on with the moon, luring fluttering bats that circle the Crist Fleming Tower in the fall. And we've all seen pictures of the blue skies spreading over campus, often decorated with rainbows in the summer, along with the ritual blossoming of the pink magnolia tree near the gazebo in spring, and of course, the yearly white blanket that falls over everything, accompanied by carols and steaming chocolate. Is this beauty? Beauty, or Polkrum, the third TASIS value, was one I didn't understand for a while. Truth makes sense. We must all be honest. And of course, so does goodness. We should all aspire to be kind and warm people. But beauty, being pretty, a terrestrial, shallow concept that has been considered a vice for many people. No. Beauty is all of these objective truths that we can truly only appreciate with goodness in our hearts, along with the memories attached to them. That is what our founder, Mary Crist Fleming, the incredible woman whom we honor today, wanted her students and teachers alike to understand. Beauty is what we see and experience when we admire something and then remember what happened there. That feeling. The feeling I feel when I see the Denobly stairs, where I learned to walk, or the basketball court, where I both learned to ride a bike and crash it multiple times. Beauty is nostalgia and admiration, layered together. This is what I want to bring to high school and beyond. The art of noticing, admiring, and remembering is what can bring us hope and change in the future. This is what beauty is. Noticing the objective beauty of life, the frozen music of architecture, the bats, the snow, the blossoms, the rainbows, admiring them and combining them with the happy kind of nostalgia. That is beauty.
My name is Olivia Cremonini, and I'm in 9th grade. Speaking the Truth, poem by Edward Kofi Lewis, artist and poet. Speaking the truth, with love, with works of peace, to unite the world. Life, to grow with the truth, with love, lifting up righteous works.
I'd like to share a few words about goodness, a short reflection I hope will inspire us all. The only reward of virtue is virtue. The only way to have a friend is to be one. The good man is the friend of all living things. His goodness is his own delight. Ralph Waldo Emerson.
My name is Carlotta Cremonini, and I'm in 11th grade. Philosophy of beauty by Merlin Orchestra, philosopher. Simplicity is beauty, purity, divinity. The virtue of quality excels that of quantity. Beauty that pleases the sense is good. Beauty and virtue are good. Seek for things simple but noble. Virtue alone can ennoble. True beauty is simply graceful. The graceful are beautiful. There's beauty that's deceitful. Nature itself is beautiful. Beauty is perfection of form. Virtue and good sense conforms. Beautiful things may deform, but virtue acts a good form.
Hello, I am Edoardo Milani, and I am a senior at TASIS. To finish, I would just like to say that truth, goodness, and beauty are not meant to stand alone. When put together, they remind us that the best life is not lived in extremes, but in harmony. Truth grounds us, goodness guides us, and beauty lifts us. Together, in balance, they shape who we are. Thank you.
we talked a lot about Mrs. Fleming, and we call Mrs. Fleming the founder, and we call her daughter, Lynn Fleming Eshelman, the builder, and we're we're very honored to have Lynn Fleming-Gusman, TASIS' first student here today. Lynn's the builder of Mrs. Fleming's legacy, but also the builder of this beautiful campus. And on that note, that Iona described so well, on that note too, we want you to mark your calendars for August 21st through the 23rd for the 70th anniversary. This year we'll complete the 70th anniversary of the founding of TASIS. This is the first TASIS. We like to view ourselves as the original formula of Coca-Cola. We are the real thing. So we are completing our 70th year, and we will have a lot of reasons to celebrate in this coming August. The opening of McDermott Hall and the McDermott Music Center will take our boarding program and our performing arts to new levels. And so we're very happy with that. And there'll be a lot of wonderful events. We'll have the premiere of award-winning documentary makers, new film about TASIS. Her name is Michelle Hassaway. She graduated in 1997, and she's working on a documentary to commemorate the 70th anniversary of TASIS. So we'll have the premiere of that movie. We'll have the showing of What a Life, which is a musical about Mrs. Fleming herself, commissioned here many years ago on another anniversary celebration of TASIS. So lots to celebrate. There'll be tours of the new buildings. So mark your calendars. That'll be a really, really great time. Also, you might be thinking about the color yellow. We heard Coldplay yellow. You see some yellow around. Some of us are wearing yellow. Gentlemen, just a free fashion tip. Always have your socks match your tie, right? That's a great thing. So you'll see some yellow around, and we're asking the middle school students to help us with passing out some yellow roses as well. Why yellow roses? Because times change and values don't. But Mrs. Fleming loved yellow roses. They were her favorite color, and yellow was her favorite color. So we have a tradition here at Founders Day Assembly is we invite you to gently toss yellow rose petals into the fountain on your way out. And that's a wonderful tradition we have here. So they'll be available. So a final programming note, I want you to know that I organized my opening remarks without knowing any of the content of the speeches. And as I suspected, that the students, the speakers, the performers reinforced the timeless values of TASIS, completely independent of me, and I was so glad to see all of that consonance and that unity that was spoken about by our students, by Alexander. So that was really great. And a few other programming notes. I'm going to turn into Purser Nikoloff again. So our 6th grade will be having lunch in Casa Fleming, so a really special place for you in 6th grade. 7th and 8th grade on the K. Hamlin Terrace, which is just out here. Parents are welcome. Please come and join your students for lunch. And also, high school will be in Denobly, so we invite you all there. And so I do want to give a special thanks to 3 people without whom today would not be possible. Let's hear it for MJ Breton and Erica Cram for this amazing. Yes, she is.